Hello viewers, I'm Shelly Kapoor and I'm currently at the Covid-19 Valedictory Tech Showcase organized by AIC CCMB, event coverage courtesy My Startup TV. We have a very distinguished guest with us today here on the Thought Leaders Show, Dr. Ramji Pallela, Chief Operating Officer, COO for AIC CCMB. Ramji, you're also a dear friend of mine.
Thanks,
a very
Shelly.
warm welcome to you.
Privileged to have you also.
Thank you. I wanted to know your initial thoughts on the whole day as that went, starting with the roundtable to the tech show, which was inaugurated by Vijay Ranjan ji, and subsequent, discussions that he had, and the excellent feedback that he gave, which I saw firsthand. So, any thoughts on the entire day? And before you, the congratulations on conducting such a wonderful event.
Thank you so much. Yeah, in fact, this is a big day. 2.5 years are over that we try to actually conglomerate the entire efforts of the COVID warriors, in the sense not only the people who got infected by COVID, because their samples ultimately validated by the products which are developed by the startups. So I think the way the journey started in 2021 when CSIR headquarters communicated to the then director Dr. Rakesh Mishra, a message from Dr. Lalita Goyal and also Dr. Dayanand, that there is a Security Printing and Minting Corporation India Limited, SPMCIL. They're contacting us to help by CCMB to go for a kind of antimicrobial testing of the coating on the currency notes. That communication started, and they realized as they are actually providing some CSR funding from the mint agency SPMCIL, then CSR headquarters asked us what else we can do for the innovation. So in that sense, in 2021, the then CMD, Dr. Tripti Ghosh, she kind of came into picture, about 2.3 crores of funding that they disbursed to us in a couple of tranches, and we actually designed a program around this CSR program, because this is the first of its kind of support for any of the incubators for innovation activities. And also to say first CSR project for the AIC CCMB. So it's a kind of a great exercise through the pandemic wave. It's a wave 2 actually, and we engaged with private partners to design a program to pick the best startups which can actually provide COVID solutions through this program, a small mini acceleration program, you can say. So we engaged more than a dozen of startups, but 8 startups have been supported with funding. And without funding also, the people who got the founders, scientists who got funded through this program got benefited out of this SPMCIL program. So throughout this journey, we learned a lot of things, how to actually map the partnerships for these startups, their business plans to be set up, and their tractions to be made by connecting with relevant customers, and also corporate advisories as well as business advisory. Because technically we are sound, CCMB can help. We connected to a few of the scientists out there. So as a whole in this marathon, we have seen the impact numbers. So today, the great day, the current chairman and managing director, so Vijay Ranjan Singh ji, who is an IFS officer, distinguished IFS officer, who has some scientific knack as well to understand these impactful solutions, how they should be going forward. Out of 8 funded innovations, 6 have been kind of in the market or about to reach the market. Means it's a very impactful journey. Other than this, making money by a startup, how many lives are getting touched through this program? So today, I also kind of thrilled to hear the numbers. across the country, more than 15, 16 states, these products have been spread.
So did you fall in love with all that you achieved all over again today?
Because this is your learning again.
I know.
Because I love to learn through this program and what kind of impact. Ultimately, funding can be raised in any other means. And India is having enough funding for early stage innovators. Only thing is that your ask should be clear, your passion should be reflecting, and also your journey to say, yes, these are the impactful parameters that I'm targeting. So here that happened today, it's a realization that, 2-3 products have been unveiled by the CMD, and also one impact book has been revealed by the CMD for one of the startup that has been supported here. So the team is asking the questions to these founders, and also you have witnessed already, some kind of businesses can be revisited, or some plans can be, tweaked to more aggressive way of commercialization and touching more numbers of lives. So I think, as for your question today, we kind of, concluding the activity in the sense of the program per se, but not impact per se.
Absolutely.
So as the journey goes on, we are giving some follow-on funding to few of the startups which are funded by SPMCIL. We directed them to bigger hospitals as well as other channel partners. And again, we are helping them to raise at least kind of $1 million or $1.5 million funding today, so that they can set up their own manufacturing facility. So this engagement today is very interactive, and also those questions are very imperative in the sense they can get more help. So thanks for asking that question.
My pleasure. I could see firsthand how impressed he was. He was so involved, asking all those questions to the startups, giving them suggestions as to what they should do to improve the product and the product development, and even very encouraging them to reach out to him directly if they needed help. That was amazing, and it really showed how.
I can say that it is a rare opportunity that chairman and MD sparing some time to see a very unique way of spending their own CSR money.
Yes.
And I'm sure that, before they come here, they may not be aware of, what exactly happening here with the incubation centers. And he witnessed that by seeing those products, how they're working, how they're performing, how they're touching the lives.
Right.
So I'm very happy to see that.
Again, kudos to you all. Looks like you guys did a great job. It all just paid off very well. Even Mr. Ajit Rangnikar was saying.
Yes. That's another effort to add that, we actually engaged and aligned our programs with the local government as well as central government. Our national mandates never been off track. So in that sense, be it with RICH, Professor Ajit Rangnikar, the acceleration in diagnostics, there's an acceleration program, 3-4 cohorts we have done. Some of the startups supported by SPMCIL part of the program as well.
Wonderful.
So we actually align all our activities such a way that our startups shouldn't be missing that journey milestones.
Wonderful. So we have talked about all the good work you all have done and you will continue to do. I would also like you to shed some light on the challenges that AIC CCMB is facing, right, in actively working towards, addressing the growth and nurturing of some of the biotech startups that are with you. So anything, any kind of hurdles or challenges.
Yeah, in fact, I can relate this question to this program as well as overall AIC's activities. If you piloting or validating these products that these startups develop with the small money from their pockets or the small money that government is supporting, by the clinics is a major challenge. Getting such clinical partners. See, of course, they will be planning their, innovation, product development or a process development cycle by including these clinical partners as well as regulatory partners. And of course, other field level, you can say maybe the clinical in the sense, even PHCs. So the major challenge what we observed even for this program connecting them to the government-based PHCs, for example, because they actually need the support. If they can actually help these startups to actually get the products validated, I think that is really helpful. And even private hospitals, again, they're not that open, to validate unless until there is a kind of value addition for them. But still, we kind of took help from Apollo hospitals, for example. They actually talked to Biotech and they kind of advised them in the reiteration of the device. So we have identified such kind of mentors to address these challenges, but still I think India should open a kind of larger mechanism of piloting these innovative products at the clinical side. And also, second challenge that always I vouch for is about the regulatory aspects. So the single window regulatory, clarifications for these devices or diagnostic kits. So we will apply to ICMR, DCGI, and that's a kind of, the things are speed up actually, thanks to COVID, another way. But still, locally, I think, we need to get a lot of assistance. This is second challenge. And third challenge, of course, it's not related to the complete ecosystem per se. It is the individual per se, the mindsets, and also the consistency of the innovator, how they would be planning their complete innovation journey for next 2 to 3 years or 5 years. So that also major challenge, especially in the biotech entrepreneurs. So because money can come fast and money can simply spend easily in a high blink time. That's what, being a program manager in the past 10 years, I have seen that the exciting moment that startup get a money, and within few months the money evaporates, and then they will realize, oh, please tell me what's next, what has to do.
All the important things I have to spend on, I haven't yet even touched those areas.
So I think that visionary way of thinking for their own activities, their own products, prioritizing and segregating the expenditures, and also planning of funding in advance and regulatory aspects in advance and the IP. So all these things are very important. That is the third major challenge, which is actually an individualistic challenge, not the ecosystem challenge.
What is the message that you would have for some of the biotech startups out there for all the roles and opportunities that are available with AIC CCMB?
You mean to say guidelines probably?
Guidelines or any message that you would have. Why should they come to them?
Got it. I got it. So we don't have cohort systems. We just have a word of mouth way of, spreading about our good works. Anybody is welcome to step into our center, see the facilities, talk to our existing startups or even graduated startups. What kind of facilities are there? What kind of convenience and comfortability that they will get, even from the host. Or I have to thank the director, CCMB, because the complete staff, the scientists, they provide a lot of infrastructure, not only in the AIC premises, but also in the main campus. Vinay sir. And even the previous director, Dr. Rakesh Mishra. So that kind of support, then when we have the advice for all the student innovators, faculties, and also the startups, just to step in, talk to us. When you open up with a dialogue, the conversation, then only you will come to know what we have, what they have in their mind and heart, because they may be having brilliant ideas, but they may not be having confidence. Unless until you actually talk to us, Dr. Madhu and myself, we are having some technical background as well. And also we enable a lot of startups and students and faculty towards entrepreneurship. So if the people can come and talk to us, whether their ideas are feasible and scalable, we can at least guide them and connect to the relevant people and plan their businesses under pre-incubation model. Then they can actually raise funds with the small data that they generated, and then they can actually incubate with us and raise more money, go for scale up. They can graduate. So this is one quick advice that I can give.
Can I say this to our viewers? Any of them, they are biotech startup companies. If you have, you have Ramji Pallela here. If you have any opportunities, any clarifications, any questions, any guidance, any mentoring support, funding support, anything that you need, you can reach out to Dr. Ramji Pallela at AIC CCMB. Ramji, I've said it out there. Now you can't backtrack. I mean, I can't say, no, don't give my contact.
See, today itself, I responded to a couple of LinkedIn people. They already send emails with their proposals. So generally, I spend good time in LinkedIn so that, I can engage with a lot of students, school students, college students, faculty, startups, scientists, across the domains, even space technology people, they would like to miniaturize biological systems under zero gravity, how this will work. So they can come and work with us. So at least we can help them guided, to the relevant stakeholder in the ecosystem. So please contact me anytime.
I saw your facilities last time I visited, and I saw the infrastructure, state-of-the-art labs, and I think anybody would be fortunate enough to get a chance to incubate themselves or get incubated here.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else that, Ramji, you would like to share from your end that I may have missed covering in my questions?
Yeah, I think most of the questions that you asked are very much relevant, and we covered all aspects, especially for the CSR support that we get from SPMCIL. This journey continues where we are also putting up different CSR proposals, not only to SPMCIL, but to other agencies to focus on emerging technologies and some of the breakthrough areas, if you can say, be it microphysiological systems, where how to reduce animals in preclinical trials. So that's
we were
where
talking about it today afternoon.
Yes. So now HDFC Parivartan grant that we got, we actually try to address that grant towards these areas, organ on a chip kind of models, where we can screen drug molecules or any other formulations, something like that. And again, another theme is smart proteins, alternative protein sources. So similarly, what I'm trying to tell here is that we are actually trying to partner with larger corporates who can actually show some interest in co-development with CCMB scientists or our startups to build something that can actually create larger impact through CSR or non-CSR means. So those areas can be covered well. And of course, the journey continues with all of your support. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you once again for giving your time. Thank you, viewers, for staying with us. This is Shelly Kapoor on covering this event on behalf of AIC CCMB, event coverage courtesy My Startup TV. Thank you so much.
To stay informed about the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.